Anyone that is dealing with Turo, I mean, it's basically a place where you, as a person who owns a car, can rent your car out to another person, people in need, right? It's called host and guests, right? I've been renting out my Tesla Model Y Performance as a host. You are responsible for the car for the time that you rent it. It's kind of like a car rental company. Turo is the bridge between me and the guests. It's other people's personal car that you're renting out, right? I have multiple cars, so I can rent out one because if I'm not making money on it that day, I don't mind renting it out. If I don't have time to run out and do Uber, which I do as well, and I do content for that Uber, I basically, record people's reaction. You'll see more of that coming soon too, by the way. We're going to be back on that again. Here's my take on Turo, and here's my honest opinion on Turo. I tried it out. I was like, you know what? My boy does this. I'm going to try it out as well because he also has multiple cars and he rents his out. So he talked me into like renting my car. I was like, all right, I'll rent it out. Let's see what happens. Turo is literally a piece of shit. Don't ever rent from Turo again. There's a plan where you get to choose between what you want back and what you want to give Turo as a service fee. Now, this service fee covers 60-40, 70-30, always you on the high end, 80-20, 90-10 even, right? On each description of the service fee and each percentage of the service fee, you get to say, well, I don't want 60-40 because it's too little money that I'm going to get back. But 60-40 does cover everything that may happen between the host and the guest. That's what it's supposed to be. If a guest messes up my car, breaks it, does stuff, scratches the seats, whatever, anything, I get my car back fixed. I'm going to get it back fixed regardless because I'm going to take it to the shop. Turo's going to cover it. It's like an insurance policy. That 40% is supposed to cover all of it. Even the tires, rim scratching, all the little rim scratches. Sometimes people hit the curb. Even that, it'll cover that. Turo requires you to take pictures of your vehicle before and after. I've had maybe 6 to 7 clients so far. I've taken pictures from the beginning. I've taken over 70 pictures detailing the car of what it looks like currently. I took this picture in July, and I'm going to circle around to this. I took this picture in July, and the picture showed the exact same car. Literally, everybody that borrowed it brought it back the same way. This one particular guy, there's a thing called Easy Pass if you're in the East Coast. West Coast has a different thing called where you go through tolls. You use it as a pass versus paying cash. Or you're getting it now, they have like cameras that basically take pictures of your car and they'll send it to you as the person of the owner, whoever it's registered under. So they'll send you the picture of you passing that toll and say you have to pay this toll. That's how tolls work in the U.S. If you don't know, if you're from anywhere else, this is how it works in the U.S. And essentially, this person had his own Easy Pass. Now, Easy Pass also has a mounting system, right? And the mounting system sticks on, and so which means there's a Velcro between the mounting system and the Easy Pass, and there's another point of the Easy Pass, point of access, that has a Velcro as well. But this Velcro, however, is very stiff. It's like needles almost, and it as Velcro, it goes in there, but it's not like the real Velcro. But basically, one end catches the other. This one on the Easy Pass is very tough. So if you put it anywhere else, it can scratch your car. If you know what a Tesla looks like in the front end, I'll probably give you a video of that I'll edit it into this video. There's a front end speaker on the Model Y. This client essentially jammed his Velcro Easy Pass into my Model Y between the window and the speaker bar. He jammed it in, like naturally jammed it in so it wouldn't move. You know how things slide around the car, the front of your car. So I'm like, all right, whatever. That's not a big deal. He left it there. As I lift it, so does a piece of, like, not a piece, I don't want to say that, but you know how the speaker grill has like netting. It's like soft netting, right? It's like, almost like this, right? Like a mesh, really, right? So imagine a Easy Pass on this, and I pull it, all these little strings start coming out. That's what happened to my car. So I'm like, all right, I got the 60-40, I'm good. No big deal. It's not a big deal. I can probably cut it and make it look nice. It'll probably be, but I expect my 60-40 to be accommodated because it was done during the time of this trip. So I take it, put it in a bag, take the Easy Pass, put it in a bag. I then go upstairs and I get on my laptop and I make the claim for Turo. I say, hey, this person which just finished renting my car, and he basically left something jammed. I explained the situation and it jammed into whatever. What I now get a response from Turo like 3 days later, a call actually. Hi, this is such and such from Turo. Like, hey, hello. We're in response to your claim. Blah 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 blah. I said, okay. Hi, how are you? And she says to me, do you have any pictures of the before and after? I said yes. And then she didn't say anything. I said, yes, I do. The before is up there, and I sent you the after. Because the before, I took pictures. We're circling around now. I took the picture from July, right? Nothing changed from my car. I'm not going to keep taking pictures. She then proceeds to say, well, do you have any pictures within the last 24 hours of the before? What? And she's like, well, yeah, in order for us to proceed with your claim, you need a picture from before. I just didn't say anything. I said, okay. And mind you, on a tally, like it says, how much do you think this will cost? I said under $500 because I don't think it's going to cost over $500. And these people have been taxing me this whole time, right? Like taking money from me, 60-40 splits. I'm getting 60, they're getting 40 this whole time. And then she says, well, we have to. I said, so what's the next step? You're telling me that that's not possible to do? She's like, no. I said, oh, okay. Now I'm highly pissed. But obviously, I'm like, you know what? I get it. I up here. So I should have been able to do what they require, take pictures before and after. No problem. We move on from this situation, chat. We take the L into the next situation. The very next host, this old guy from church. He's a pastor. Good dude, you know, taking his daughter to go see colleges. That's all right, no problem. That's cool. It's good dad, whatever. They use the car perfectly fine. Nothing, no dents, no scratches, no nothing. Come back with the car. On our contract, it says you can't drive over 500 miles because he only had it for 2 days, so 250 miles a day. He proceeds to drive 270 miles over the 254 miles over the limit. In the beginning of a Turo app, you get to first put your odometer in. It says how much is on the odometer, and you put that odometer in. Do that. I put the odometer in. This is what they said to me. The guy proceeds to drive 254 miles over the limit. I took pictures, I took screenshots of how much he drove, how much the odometer told me to put in. And the Turo app itself has it where it says he drove 754 miles and mileage that he had to have was 500 miles. I now put that as an incidental because you charge people incidentals. And they emailed me and said, in regards to this incidental, the overage, which was a $60 extra, they owed me $60 extra, but that's not the kicker. They said he could be charged for 24 cents over the mile limit. So every mile is 24 cents. And then that came out to like $60 and like something cents. I'm like, all right, let me file it. I put it in. And Turo then also proceeds to say, okay, we cannot give you this back. We need you to take pictures of before and after. The same bull that they said earlier based on the situation. I'm like, you have a location where I can put the odometer. Why are you making people work this hard just to get their money's worth of what was on that trip? I didn't do it. I didn't drive this much miles. He drove it. Let me get my money. Like, it's just normal. It's okay. Pay me my bread. They said we can't do it. So I'm literally at this point, I'm like, and I'm just like, I literally hate this company. I don't understand what they're doing. But that's not the kicker. When I put in the incidental, you know what they said to me? They said that the incidental, the $60 extra that they're going to potentially charge him, they were going to take 40% out of that. I was going to get 14 cents. They were going to get 10 cents. I thought to myself, I said, wait, what? You're taking money from me out of them going over on mileage? That doesn't make sense to me. And I'm going to tell you why it didn't make sense to me. Because if you go on Turo charges people by the day. In the app settings, you can choose to have your car as unlimited mileage, a little slider that you can choose for unlimited, and then a slider when you cancel it to say how much miles per day do you want. So if you're charging people per day, how come now you're charging people per mile? Because it's not your car. They're not putting miles on your car. They're putting miles on my car. So the ownership aspect of Turo still doesn't equate to you owning it. It's more like they're owning it, and they own your ass because they're in charge of your money. The money goes there first. They calculate how much they want to give you, and they give you your money. That's how it is. So you're technically getting a paycheck from them. So I said, I worked with apps like this before, like Uber. They never like that before. They never. So I'm just thinking to myself, why is Turo me, right? Why are they doing that to me? So you know what? I said to my wife, I said, yo, I'm gonna just take it off. I'm stressing because they want you to overwork. We got fees, right? They don't pay for the car getting clean. They don't pay for the car getting detailed. I then have product here that I also spent money on here that I rub the tires out. You know what I mean? I vacuum it myself, take all the mats out, vacuum myself. This is the hassle. I go then take pictures of the before and after. Mind you, this is because after they said what they said with the first claim, it's just a sad story that I had to deal with for the last 2 weeks, two and a half weeks. I learned twice on basically what they are as a business. They're a terrible business. So I want to say to you, do not deal with them. As a client, you're going to pay those fees or whatever it is, but you're screwing over the person, the owner. The owner usually gets screwed over here unless this person has a fleet of cars and he doesn't care, he or she doesn't care. For those that are on Turo, if you're out there and you're listening to this message, I would like you to know that you're getting, that's all I'm saying. That's my story time. I'm no longer doing Turo. Turo could eat it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye.